I'm Andy, and welcome to the Connolly Kitchen. Our first episode today, and we're going to try and do these every Monday, so tune in. We're going to make today my signature burger, which is comprised of an Angus beef patty, caramelized onions, and a blue cheese, chive, and honey sauce. And that sauce, I'll tell you, that's going to rock your world. But that we're going to come back to. First, I'm starting with about 1.5 sticks of melted butter, starting to melt in a big pan here. We're going to start by cutting up about 4 of these giant sweet onions. Some of these Vidala sweet onions, I've heard that they are so sweet that you can eat them like an apple. I don't think I'm that brave. So what I'm going to do instead is cut off the ends here. I'm going to start crying in a minute. Of course I am. Because it's an onion. That's what you do with onions. So you cut off the ends here. So it's like this. Basically, this caramelization of the onions is really good. I like raw onions on a burger are okay, but you know, I've always preferred caramelized onions. It just gives that sweetness, and it's a great all-rounder to it. So I'm going to start cutting up these onions, and we'll check back in a second. Okay, we're back. I mean to point at you with the knife. A little too psycho there. Anyhow, we have our onions here, white onions. I'm so glad I didn't eat this like an apple, because let's be real, folks. Peeling onions really hurts your eyes.
It's not the smell so much. It's the burning of my eyes!
But it's worth it. Trust me. Anyhow, you don't want to cut these too small. If anything, you kind of want it slightly bigger because the onions themselves will sweat and they'll bake down, and with the butter, they will really get a lot smaller. You will have a plethora of onions. You want the layers out, you know, just like Shrek said, onions have layers. So we're going to go over here and okay, so here's my pan. We're going to plop, oh, there you go. So we're going to plop that in there. So those onions are going to hang out pretty long, half an hour, maybe even longer. And you want to do it on low heat usually, because you burn them. Burning onions is no fun either. And so I'm going to get rid of this onion gook, and when we come back, I'm going to make the blue cheese sauce. Alright, check it out. We are going to make my favorite blue cheese sauce. Now this is not just for burgers. You can use it for wings. You can use it for dip, you know, celery sticks, carrots, chips, pita bread, whatever you like. You can even thin it out and make it into a salad dressing. It's perfect. So I'm going to tell you the basic units, but I'm actually going to double mine because I really like it. And I might eat a lot of it, so. But either way, so 1 cup of crumbled blue cheese, okay, in. Then fresh, but store-bought, fresh mayonnaise in your measuring cup. God, I love doing that. You know, you stress it out. Yeah. In. Scoop it out. Boom. In. In. Boom. Okay. Now, a cup of sour cream. Same thing. In. I tell you guys, this is just such a fantastic sauce. Sour cream. In. Boom. There you go. 1.5 tablespoons of honey. Now this is where it gets interesting. The great thing about this recipe is that the honey counteracts some of the tartness in the blue cheese. And what's great about that, not everybody likes blue cheese, but I tell you what, everybody loves this dip for that reason. There's a bit of sweetness in there, because we all like it here. And again, it's 1.5 tablespoons honey. And note to self, I should have done this, so do as I say, not as I do. I should have sprayed this with some cooking spray, because the honey will glide off the spoon that much easier, rather than you're sitting here waiting for everything to drip here. Silly me. Now, chives. Check it out. Literally a bunch of chives. One of these ones you get at the grocery store. And what you're gonna do is use these. I use kitchen shears, you can use a knife, whatever you like, to half of these to start with. You can add more depending on your taste. It's just over half actually. I'm gonna snip them off, just like so. Boom, boom, like you're cutting hair. You know, when you're young and you were perhaps a little boy child like me and you try and cut your own hair, then your mother, freaks out. I think we know about that. Anyhow, so we cut these, boom, boom, boom. Sometimes you can garnish this. If you're bringing this to a party, you can garnish this on the top with some extra chives. But I don't garnish it. It's just for, I don't care about what it really looks like as long as it tastes good. But presentation is always fun too. So perfect. And then, last but not least, lemon. Roll it on your countertop. Roll it on the thing. Boom. Cut it up. One foul swoop. Boom. Now, lemons have seeds. How do you not get the seed in the dip? Strain it through your hands. Ready? Like so. You see there's seeds coming out now. So now, just let that, put the other half of the lemon in your fridge. It keeps your fridge fresh. Now, stir. And we stir this up, and I like to let this set. If I'm making this whole meal the day of, I let this hang out in the fridge before I even try it, because all the flavors just came together. They just met each other. They gotta go hang out and get to know each other, So I'm gonna get nice and incorporated. I'm gonna add just a tad more blue cheese because I like it. I like the tank the way it is. We're back, and we're gonna cover this. We're gonna come back and I'll tell you a little bit about the onions and what we're gonna do with them. Okay, onions have been on for a couple minutes now, and they're sweating a little bit, but they still need some time to cook down. So I have the heat on about medium-high now. Just trying to let these things do their thing, and maybe sometime if they're bigger pieces you just want to get in there and smash them a little bit and let the butter just kind of just do its thing and hang out and chill, and maybe not chill because this is hot, but and then make sure they're always covered, or at least a little bit out, just a little bit, so a little bit of steam out, because sometimes if they get too sweaty, they'll get real soggy and goopy and it'll almost be like a jam. So we're going to come back when I add the brown sugar, and after that we'll add the beef and the patties, and then we'll get going and assembling it. Alright, here we go. The onions are roaring, as you can see the steam coming off from the pot here, and they're just starting to get a little brown, and some of them have a little bit of, not burned, but a little bit of seemingly crispiness starting to show. We like that. That's good. Okay, we like that. In this magical bag of can, I'm gonna pinch about that much brown sugar, and that's it. Just like you can do that. Do it with me. Just don't spit into the thing. That's not cool. And don't put your wrapper in there. That's not cool either. So we're gonna we plop that in there. And while that's going to just mix in, and that's going to bring a nice, lovely color, like the blue cheese, they got to hang out, they got to meet each other, they got to meet and greet, like your favorite celebrities. Maybe not. Next, we're going to do the burgers. Okay. As that is going, pan nice and hot. We're going to get our pan nice and hot. While we're doing that, just a little tap of butter in our nonstick pan. I know that seems a little contradictory because I've had way too many experiences of getting things off from the bottom of a stupid pan. 4 Angus beef patties. Use whatever you like. I like to use 8515 lean. That's just what I do. This is my house seasoning on one side of the burger, and one side only. That's the bottom side of the burger, because the top side is going to have all our onions and cheese on it. Don't go crazy with it, but just a little there. And we're just going to rub that in. Rub that in. So, don't be afraid to handle the meat. You know, don't be afraid of it. You can always wash your hands later, and then you'll be fine. And you know what? You'll have an awesome burger, and you'll be the talk of the town. Brioche buns are your friend in this recipe. Brioche buns. All right, the blue cheese sauce is out of the fridge. Ready? There you go. A little bit. Oh my God. Out of this world. Guys, you will never buy blue cheese sauce ever again after you make this. Onions on your thing here so you don't mess up your counter here. Burger, right? Toasted brioche bun on. Boom. Onions on. And then over here, big glob, because I like a big glob, you know I do, of this fantastic blue cheese sauce. And then, what a burger! Not to be confused with Whataburger. This, you know, there's two different types of burgers in this world. There's a bring up and a go down. This is a go down. Bear with me. Ready? Here we go. Guys, as I look, absolutely ridiculous. So good. I have a bunch of stuff on my face. I have a root beer. This is the Connolly Kitchen. New episodes every Monday. And that's it.
I'll see you same time next Monday.
That's my hair.